Hi first grade, we are going to be doing a Picasso project today. I hope you had a chance to listen to the story. And our project is going to be about guitar. I don't play the guitar, but my boys do, so I'm lucky I have a guitar. We're going to look a little bit at the guitar and then we will be making a project something like this that has parts of the guitar. So I thought we could look at some of the parts. Some of you might play guitar for all I know. So this part, the big part, is called the body of the guitar. And then the hole in the middle here is called the sound hole. I like this has some little bit of decoration on it, even around the hole. Maybe I'll add that in my artwork somewhere. This part is called the bridge. And then we have the strings. It has 6 strings. This part is called the neck. And then behind the neck, the wooden part that you actually would be holding the strings on is called the fretboard. And then at the top, I don't know if we can see from here, this part at the end is called the head. And it has these little key things on it that are called the tuners. I don't really know how to use it, but I know the names of them, and we are going to make an artwork with a guitar. Picasso made lots and lots and lots of artworks with guitars, so maybe you'll get a chance to look at some of those images too, and then we can start our project. We are going to be making our abstract picture of our guitar, or collage of our guitar, inspired by the artist Pablo Picasso. So we're going to start off. You will need a bigger white paper for your background. You'll need watercolor or another kind of paint for painting. And I'm going to make my lines with a black craypa, but you can do them with a black crayon or a black Sharpie. It will also work. You will also need to make the guitar some construction paper and some small pieces of cardboard. Your construction paper and cardboard can be any color you like. Okay, we're going to start off by making the background, and then while it dries, we'll work on making our guitar. So the first step, for your background, you're going to be breaking it up into all different sections, but only using straight lines. So I'm going to break mine up. Doesn't matter how you do this, just any straight lines. So that you have a few different sections or different areas of your paper. Now it looks like it's all been cut into different parts. Don't make too many, because then you're going to have a lot to colour. Now we're going to be painting, but we're not going to paint them all. You're going to leave some of the areas white, and we'll talk about what we're going to do in there in just a second. So I'm going to paint a few with all different colours, any colours you like. You can stick to one colour, you can do many colours. Okay, so I painted some, but I left some blank because in these white parts we're going to make some music notes or patterns. So I'm going to, in this one, I'm just going to make some little music notes. I'm not very musical, I don't read music, but I make a music note, something like that. So I just made a little line down, a little circle on the end, and then it has like a little tail. I'm sure some of you play instruments and probably know how to make really beautiful music notes. So I'm going to make in a few of my white spots, or maybe I will just make some lines. I want to fill them up with these black and white lines, just to add a little bit more interest to my background. Okay, so now I'm just going to place this aside, let it dry while I make my guitar. So I'm going to show you an easy way to make the body of the guitar. You can try any way you like, but you can try my ideas if you like also. It's a folded paper technique. So I'm going to fold, I have a rectangle of construction paper, and remember that can be in any color you like. You can even use an old newspaper magazine. It will actually add interest to it if you add different papers. I'm going to fold it in half long ways, hot dog. And then I've got the open part here. This is the fold on this left side. And I'm going to be drawing, I'm going to come down to the top, make a little line, and then same at the bottom. And I'm going to make it almost like a big letter B. I'm going to curve around, go in a little bit. I'm not going in too far, I just went in a little bit, and then curve out again, and join up. This is part of the body of my guitar. I'm also going to make the little sound hole. And then I'm going to cut this out. Now we have done cutting on the fold before, so the important thing to remember, hold it together when you're cutting. For this project we do need to keep the fold facing to our tummy, facing this way, okay? And make sure you hold both together. And I'm going to cut around my guitar shape, or half of my guitar shape. I'm not going to throw these out. I might use them in my project. When I open it up, now I have something like the body of the guitar. I'm just going to fold it back up again because I want to cut the little sound hole out as well. And again, I'm not going to throw that away. I might use it in my project. I'm going to keep them there for now. So I've got a body, I've got a sound hole, I have something long that looks like the neck. I'm going to do something like the bridge part. So I'm just making mine a long rectangle. Maybe I'll make the edges a little rounded. And I'm also going to cut some little ovals for the tuning keys. The strings I'm going to add later with my Sharpie or my marker. You can add as many elements of the guitar as you like, or you maybe even want to take a different instrument. Maybe you play violin. Maybe you could make your instrument a violin or a cello. I'm choosing a guitar because that's what I have at home. You could look at some pictures of other instruments if you think you'd like to get a different inspiration. Okay, so I have some little tuning peg things. And I'm going to be ready to start building my collage in just a second. Okay, so Picasso liked to look at things from different angles. I'm not going to keep the body of my guitar as a whole. I am going to cut it in half. You can, if you want, you can cut it long ways, or you could cut it across the way. I'm going to cut mine long ways. I had that fold there. I think that was a good place for me to cut it. At this point, if you want, you can take the side of your crayon or crepa, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow on the edge of my guitar to make it look like it has some depth, to make it look as though it's a little thick. Okay, so I'm going to do that on that one and on this side. And then if you want, you can add some design around the sound hole. Just more details will make it look more like a guitar. And then it's time to assemble our collage. So I'll get my painted paper back. And I'm just going to arrange the pieces on my paper. It doesn't really matter how I arrange them. They don't have to look like a guitar. It's going to look something like a guitar. But Picasso's paintings didn't always look exactly like they should be. Okay, so I'm just going to play around. Maybe I will have this at the top. Maybe they will overlap. Maybe I want to see my music notes. So I'm going to keep this one here. I think I want them to, I think I want this one to overlap. The neck I'm going to have overlapping. And then maybe I put this here. Remember my part that I kept. Maybe I can keep this too, and I can have the shape of the guitar. I think I'm going to put this under. So I'm going to keep this. I like this. I like the shape that it made. You can just play around with it until you've got it looking how you want it to be. And you've got all your little elements of your guitar added. Maybe I will add some strings with my Sharpie. I don't know if I can fit 6 in, but I will fit as many as I can. We'll try and get one more in there. Okay, so once you've got it arranged how you would like, then you are going to glue it down. Okay, I hope you had fun making the guitar collage, and I hope you had fun learning about the artist Picasso.